So the fourth the fourth element is the attractive closing. Okay, the closing is not is based I don't use closing to actually conclude the whole article, because that is a using closing to conclude the whole article might be useful for normal articles, but if we want to produce traffic pulling articles, you should use your closing to create some attraction to your offer. So build some desire with your closing. For example, okay, if you are going to offer them some free ebooks or free report, or maybe a free video at the end of the article, you want to tell them how important your offer is. For example, alright, now I will go to the example later. Okay, if you are going to sell a product, you must tell them in the closing how important your product is indirectly, without advertising. Okay, so the first concept that I use is come in a set concept. For example, if let's say I'm going to share with them if I share with them three different strategies to get traffic to their blog, which is article, forum, and blog commenting, I usually won't will at the end, which is the closing, I will tell them uh, these three strategies work together. However, it is important to have a good blog that actually retain your visitor. So I will tell them you have three traffic strategies, but actually a good blog that actually retain your visitors come in a set. This is the whole concept. So you get them when you get them to be interested and or the desire to have a blog that actually retain their visitors, they'll go and they will start looking at your resource box, see if there is any offer that is related to this come in a set offer. All right. So the second way that I use is the more concept. For example, after sharing three different kind of strategy, I will in the closing I will say that I got 20 other more traffic strategies that will build lots of traffic, and it is very easy to do all those things like that. And then at the end of which is the resource box, I'm going to tell them that they can get all those strategy for free by just clicking to come to my blog. All right. So the third approach that I use for closing is the importance of learning. After sharing them with 4 or 5 different tips to get traffic to the blog, I usually will emphasize them how important it is to continue learning, because what I can share in this article is just something that is on the surface, or something that I can't go deep um, about those strategies. So I'm going to tell them you should learn more, something like that, in a very nice way, and then they will start to look at my resource box to see is there any such things that they can go for to learn more. Okay, so finally, the last element is a irresistible call to action box. So this is usually called a resource box or author bio in article directories. In easyarticles.com, they call it resource box. So basically, you can use that call to action box, you can use that resource box to call them into some action. For example, some of you might want to build a list of subscribers. So you can offer a freebie that can solve their urgent problems. You can tell them that you have this freebie. For example, you can use a word, you will use a sentence like instant download your free course to to drive ma- to drive massive of visitors to your blog, something like that. Okay, if you are going to sell them a product, you can offer a product that actually solves their urgent problems that is related to to the article. Okay, so my recommendation for a call to action, a very effective call to action blog box, is to start with your credibility and end with your offer. Usually you put your offer at the end, and you start with telling about how good you are, or how you are an expert in this field. If if I'm to write an article about blogging, I'll tell them Alex Liu, my name, is a full-time blogger since 3 years ago, and he been blogging and helping lots of bloggers to solve their traffic problems. And then this is how I demonstrate or how I show my credibility. And when I end with my offer, I will probably say, instantly download your free your free video course on get how to get hundreds of visitors within a week at my myblog.com, something like that. So they will they will be interested in your by by using this kind of call to action box, you get them to be interested in you and your offer, and they will come to your blog. Alright, so this is all the strategies that I just share with you about how to create a successful article. After you create these articles, remember to submit it to the article directories. Usually I will just submit it to easinarticles.com, but it depends on which strategy that you are using. You might be using number game strategy, you might be using article SEO strategy, or you might be using the article sniping strategy. Whichever you whichever strategy that you are using, all these five elements is applicable in these strategies. Okay, so I hope you get lots of traffic, and remember to learn more in my blog, all right, at blogtrafficgeek.com. Thank you.